Got a couple cards to read for you here, and then we got a special guest, but you can't guess who it is. If you were listening last week, you might actually know. But first, I got to tell you that the Coconut Wireless is going to be on after this, your favorite Hawaiian Pacific Island radio experience with Joshua May and Auntie Sue bi-weekly, 4 to 5:30, bringing you traditional tunes, contemporary hits, the essence of island life every other Tuesday. Stick around. I also want to let you know that the Black Oak Ranch in Laytonville celebrates over 30 years of magical gatherings with the 10 Mile Creek Revival this coming June 26th through the 28th. Continuing the legacy of the beloved Kate Wolf Music Festival, live music, creekside camping, family activities, food and craft vendors, a vibrant community festival. Lineup and holiday sweetheart price tickets available now. www.10milecreekrevival.com. Okay. What's going on, folks? How you doing out there? It's 3:33, my favorite time of day. Hope you're living well, taking care of yourselves and each other. What do you know? We have the Humboldt Lorax clown, life artist, activist, educator, event MC, entertainer, Big Papa Hundo back in the studio. What's cracking, Big Papa Hundo?
Well, hey, you big stoners. What's going on, Humboldt County and worldwide? We're here today at KMD. Only thing missing is you, listener-supported community radio, Humboldt County. And you know what? We got a hot lot going on, Daniel. I got to tell you, man, you know what? Big Papa Hundo came on last week to talk about Jared Shaw. And for those of you who don't know, Jared Shaw is an American professional basketball player who was playing ball in Indonesia. But back in May, he had 132 medical marijuana gummies that he was using to treat his Crohn's disease. And unfortunately, the Indonesian government labeled him as a drug dealer, jailed him, and he was facing death by the firing squad. Well, Big Papa Hundo said that's a hot no. So Big Papa Hundo went to the MJ BizCon, which is the largest marijuana business convention that is held worldwide, because I really needed to get some attention and some focus because nobody knew what was going on with Jared, and we needed to save Jared Shaw. So Dante West and the legal team and all the advocates, Deshaun Durham, Kyle Page, and Ron Kay, all of us got together, and Big Papa Hundo jumped off the Stratosphere Tower screaming out for Jared Shaw to get some international attention. Well, what ended up happening is that thanks to the efforts of Dante West and all the advocates and all of you who signed the petition and helped to support Jared Shaw, he was spared the death penalty. But unfortunately, he's still in prison on a 26-month sentence in Indonesia. Now, up till this past week, he has spent since May in that prison where he did not have a bed. He was sleeping on the floor. It was just terrible, and he suffers from Crohn's disease, and he can't get proper medical care. So we're trying to raise international attention for him. But Big Papa Hundo has 3 big pieces of news for you today. The first one is that Big Papa Hundo personally heard from Jared Shaw from prison in Indonesia this morning. And Jared Shaw is very well aware of all the efforts and the advocacy that everybody's doing on his behalf. And he wants to send a message out to everybody to thank you all for everything that you're doing. Okay? But Big Papa Hundo also wants to tell you what he's doing next, because we're not going to rest, because no one should be in prison for marijuana. And so what Big Papa Hundo is going to do is Big Papa Hundo is going to do 2 different things. First of all, the one that's upcoming is Wendy Baker from Space Gems was kind enough to donate 132 marijuana gummies to Big Papa Hundo and our cause so that we could do the 132 protest coming up as soon as we get internet over at the BPH compound right around the corner here from K-Mud Studios. And what that's going to be is Big Papa Hundo is going to consume 132 gummies, the same quantity of gummies that Jared Shaw was facing the death penalty for in Indonesia, in order to prove that it's a safe, effective medication, and there was no way that he could hurt anybody with what he had there. All right, the second thing that Big Papa Hundo is going to do is on April 18th, 2026, at exactly 4:20 p.m., Big Papa Hundo is going back to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, and he is going to jump right off of the Stratosphere Tower once again to raise awareness for Jared Shaw. But this time, he's going to wear his new kicks in 26 that are peace and love. And peace and love are going to turn into jumpers. Now, the difference between kicks and jumpers are kicks are just my kicks. But once I've jumped off the Stratosphere Tower, hopefully with them still attached, then they become jumpers. Yeah. So I'm going to turn those into jumpers, and then we're going to auction those off October 31st, 2026 at a very special event that I'm not allowed to talk about hot yet. But we're going to auction those off with all the proceeds going to benefit Jared Shaw and to help bring him home. And we're hopeful that because he is still not able to get proper medical care and attention, that if we can get enough people to sign the petition, we can get enough people to pay attention, that we can get Jared Shaw home in 2026 so that he can be there Halloween when we auction off those kicks for him. Yeah. And so that's what's going on, Daniel.
You heard it here first, folks.
You bet. KMUD is definitely the place where we're using to get the information out, because KMUD, listener-supported community radio, Humboldt County, is definitely where it's at.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming and sharing the good word with the people out there. While you were talking, I was making sure I had this all lined up correctly, but I got a track that was recorded in Indonesia in the 1960s from this kind of psychedelic rock group. Oh, no, in the 1970s, a psychedelic rock group called the Black Brothers, Papua. They started in the West Papuan region of Indonesia and eventually immigrated to Papua New Guinea, not far away. And we're going to rock out with the Black Brothers. Sound good?
That sounds amazing.
I'm sure
Thank
they
you
wouldn't.
so much.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Land of 1,000 dances, brother. I'm all about it.
You know it.
Di tepi jalan, si miskin menderita.